Okay. Hey, Justin.
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Just playing Milton's Castle here.
Yeah, you put the Switch down long enough to play Milton's Secret Castle or
I
Milon? It's
Yeah, it's
Milon, right?
Milon. I know, as a joke. When I was a kid, I always used to call it Milton's
You
Castle.
threw me off.
That was the plan. That was
It's
my plan.
Milton from Milton Bradley.
Mm-hmm. Nope, it's Milon. Good old Milon. Oh, we're two dudes in an S, by the way. We're covering the game Milon's Secret Castle. Patreon pick from Dude Andy.
And the top three Secret Castle excavate. Wait, no. Adventurers, Milon, Milon, and Milon.
What is that?
Do you get it? Do
It's
you
a
get the reference?
Isn't it Dylar? What are you talking about? Isn't there something like Dylon or something like that?
Dylon.
Yeah.
It's a Chappelle show skit.
Yep,
The
I
best
remember.
the best rapper, the best three rappers in the world, Dylon, Dylon, Dylon.
Milon, Milon, and Milon.
Speaking of Chappelle, he's got a new Netflix special.
I've heard, yeah.
I haven't watched it
I
yet.
haven't either. I heard it's good though.
Yeah,
I did watch a piece
should
of.
be good.
This is not family friendly, so I won't really get into it too deep. But I did watch a piece of the Amy Schumer one because everybody was talking about how bad it really was
Yeah,
and how it was getting 1 stars and stuff. I was like, well, I gotta experience this for myself. It's pretty bad.
it was bad.
It
I
was
thought you were
bad.
gonna say actually it's hilarious.
No, I thought it was pretty bad actually.
I remember when Dumb and Dumber came out and it was getting horrible reviews, and it's like probably one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah, I do like Dumb and Dumber. I like Dumb and Dumber 2 also.
Yes, I do
The
too.
newest one, like when they're older.
Yeah,
Not the
it's
one not the prequel.
right. There's only one good part to the prequel one.
Is
It
it
involves
the
Bob Saget.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean the second one's good. You just can't compare it to the first one.
No.
That's the key. That's like they're talking about doing. I've heard people say like Spaceballs too.
Yeah, please
The
don't do
space
that.
Spaceballs is so good. Just the second one you can't do a second one.
Yeah, I agree. You cannot do the second one.
So yeah, you know, Milon.
Milon.
Is it Milon? Milon?
It's Milon. It's Milon.
It's fine.
I'm
Okay.
going Milon. Okay. So, I'm going to throw it to you for history, but first, let me just say, no, I'll save it. Oh, history to you.
No, I want to hear it.
Okay, I was just going to say, I thought, and this may be more for the gameplay segment, but I thought that Dude Andy liked us.
I know.
You know,
What's up with that?
he's really,
That's what I was going to lead in the show with, but I
yeah,
didn't want to throw people too much of a spoiler alert.
yeah, okay. Anyways, I really did think that Dude Andy liked us, but now I may be questioning whether or not he actually likes us.
You got any more tangents? The reason I'm wanting more tangents is I'm really doing this for Chris Vanderhoff.
Oh, yeah, he is a big tangent guy.
He loves the tangents.
Well,
He even commented on how much he liked, 20 minutes of straight tangents at the beginning of the Red Racer 2 episode. So
yeah. Okay, I can give you one more. I ran a 5K on Saturday.
how'd that go?
I did okay, I guess. I ran about 30 minutes
That's
uh,
usually my time.
with very little practice.
Yeah,
Um,
I never practice. I just do it.
the mistake, though, is that when you don't practice, your legs hurt for about 3 days afterwards.
Oh yeah.
I have not been able to walk today, basically. I've been waddling around the house like a penguin or something.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Yep, I've been regretting it for 2 days, but it was fun. It was fun.
Well, good. Was it for a good cause or?
It was for a good
Oh,
cause, yes.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's good.
Do you want to know what the cause was? We're going to keep going with this tangent. I can go further.
Yeah, I can go with. Let's
Okay,
hear
it's
what
like
the cause
well,
was.
it's an engineering thing. as engineering firms get together and they donate to try to help like get water to underprivileged countries that need water, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's a good cause, right?
Yeah.
Everybody needs water.
Yeah.
And also they do like scholarships for things.
So do the engineers raise the money and then use the money? Since they're pretty much the ones that are going to know how to do this anyway.
The engineers raise money and give the money, but then they also give their time for helping with like infrastructure of these water projects, that sort of thing.
That reminds me. There's a medical student friend of mine. He's from. I don't think he listens to the show, so he's not going to be offended that I've forgotten the country that he comes from. It's an African country, poor country. And they were talking about like they need doctors, or to go train doctors over there because they have a problem with doctors that come here to get training. Just don't go back.
Yeah, might as well stay here.
So, anyway, it's interesting. It'd be interesting to go down there for some time.
Yeah, my wife's cousin volunteered to be a doctor, like in South America or something like that.
Was she an actual doctor, or she just volunteered to be a doctor?
Yeah, she's actually she's an accountant, but she just volunteered to go be a doctor.
I'll be a doctor. Yeah.
I played one on TV, so
yeah.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn.
Yeah, one of my favorite commercials is all the TV doctors commercial. I think it's a Cigna commercial, but anyway. You want to do some history?
Yeah, I think we should.
Is that enough for Chris?
Yeah, I think Chris can handle that.
All right. Well, that'll hold him over until we get a little deeper into the show.
8 minutes of history there.
Yeah. All right. Milon Secret Castle, which was released 2 years earlier in Japan than the North American version. In 1986, it was brought by Hudson Saft. Oh, man. Another tangent. Sorry.
Okay. One more.
But I saw this one thing on Facebook. It was making fun of like all the like gaffes that Sean Spicer makes talking. Like just, mispronouncing words and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh God, I hope these people don't ever listen to Two Dudes and an S.
Yeah.
They don't know misspoken words until they listen to me talk.
And me.
Yeah. But just a couple of hicks. So we're
That's right.
We're excused. The accent excuses us. All right. So in 1986 it was brought to the Nintendo Famicom by Hudson Soft, and later to the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1988. This game featured secrets hidden throughout the entire game that you had to find and that you had to figure out that to advance further in the game. And for that reason, it did not get received very well by the critics. As a matter of fact, GameSpot's Frank Provo described the game as easily one of the worst games ever made. And he gave it a 2 out of 10.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Yeah. But one of the interesting things about this game is it did not come with very good instructions in the manual, which I'm hoping we'll explore later. Mm-hmm. And it was not until Nintendo Power released a issue that had a lot of information on how to complete the game. So until that Nintendo Power came out, people didn't really know what to do unless you just were lucky enough to kind of stumble upon the secrets that you had to find. And so one of the reasons that it wasn't very well received was that in itself. The composer of the music was Takiki Kunimoto.
I hope none of
And
these Japanese composers ever listen to our show
yeah,
because we are very
I don't think-
offensive to their names.
I don't think we
I'm
have
sure.
anything to worry about.
Are you sure? Because
Maybe.
we're getting pretty popular out there.
That's true. He was a composer for a lot of video game music for Hudson Soft, including Star Soldier, Mickey Mousecapade, and Robo Warrior. And his anyway, Milon's Secret Castle has been released for multiple ports and virtual consoles, and there was actually a Super Famicom sequel to the game
Really?
known as Do Re Mi Fantasy Milon no Doki Doki Dobukan.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. So there you go. If you like this game enough, you want the sequel, get you a Super Famicom and buy that game.
Yeah, or just try the demo. Maybe the demo mode of that one.
Yeah. Or the demo mode of this mode of this one.
Yeah, maybe.
Had to take a victory sip on that one.
You done with your history? Take a victory sip.
Yeah. All right. Did you have this game, or did you go out on a big journey to find this game?
I never had this game as a kid. I remember seeing it at the rental store, though, all the time. And that's why I said at the beginning of the show, Milton's Secret Castle, because throughout my entire childhood, I always referred to this game as Milton's Secret Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was Milton. Not until I was much older that I realized that, oh, no, there's no T in there. It's Milon. But yeah, I rented it, and I was not a big fan as a kid. I think I rented it maybe one time and never rented it again from the pick a flick. So,
Yeah.
Did my opinions change?
Well, I'm going to take you right into the gameplay
Okay.
off that comment.
All right.
Because I'm going to say, I didn't play this as a kid, but I can imagine as a young Michael, because as a young Justin, this certainly would have been the case. I would have had zero interest in this game because I wouldn't have been able to figure it out.
No. Yeah. I was not a fan of it. I hated this game when I rented it as a kid. In fact, I think I may have even been like, we got to take this back. I need to rent something else. I can't play this all weekend. Like,
Yeah.
Go Friday, you get the 2-night rental, get it Friday, play it Friday night, play it Saturday night, take it back on Sunday. That's what you do every week, basically. That's what I did.
Such a simple time.
Yeah, I know. I do long for those times again. But that's what I did. So I would always rent a game, sometimes two, but usually just like one, depending on what their deals were for the weekend. And I would rent a game, and I'd play it all weekend, and I'd take it back. Well, I can almost guarantee you that I would have rented this game Friday and be like, Mom, we got to take this back.
There's
Come
something
on,
wrong with this game.
This game's broken. I need to get a different game. Otherwise, I'm going to have a horrible weekend. Please let me take it back. But
yeah,
no,
So-
it was not. It was not conducive for like an 8-year-old to play.
Yeah, or even a 28. Well, even an older person. I think if you didn't have that Nintendo power that really kind of told you if you didn't know where to go, what to do, man, this game could be hours of frustration.
Oh yeah,
Because it's
especially
just
if you try
dead
to-
time that you're just shooting bubbles.
Yeah, and if you try to
Yeah.
figure it out, then more power to you. But I do have a manual.
Let's do the manual.
Yeah, let's do the manual. Thank you. You have just made a perfect choice by selecting and purchasing the quality Hudson Soft product.
Well, I mean, I do. It's a strong sell.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong sell. I got something else for you here. What about avoid soiling the connector terminals?
I love it when
Soiled
yeah.
connectors can cause system breakdown.
Just pooping on your controller.
I would call that pulling a Carl.
Oh no, not again. What'd you do? Soiled my controller connectors.
I could. I tried to put it in, and like my brother's been playing with it. Like, hey, Matthew, what's wrong with Milton's castle? Oh, sorry, bro. Soiled it again. You know me.
Oh man,
I'm just a
can't help
soiler.
myself.
All right. Would you like to know the story?
Yeah.
Well, Milon lives in the land of Hudson, where people use music to communicate with each other. However, Milon does not have the ability to communicate. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
always
man.
asks himself why he is the only one who lacks the ability to understand people and music.
This is depressing.
Yeah. So everybody else is like running around singing, and he's like just trying to talk to him. They're like, "Sorry, can't hear you." Sorry.
They're like singing to him, and he's like,
Oh no, yeah, you're right. They're like, "Sorry, I can't hear you," and he's like, "Hey, I'm over here." Yeah. Anyway. All right. Now that I've made a fool of myself.
"No,
One
you're right.
day,
You could-
he decides to travel through the land of Hudson to search for other people like himself. Before leaving for his trip, Milon decides to visit Queen Eliza, who lives in Hudson's secret castle. When Milon
Yeah.
arrives at the secret castle, the people were being attacked by the evil warlord from the north region. The warlord robs the people of all their musical instruments and occupies the secret castle. Queen Eliza is held captive deep inside the secret castle by the warlord and his demon monsters.
Okay.
All right.
First of all, shameless on Hudson's part.
Yeah, it's just all over this. It's all over the game, too. I don't know if you noticed when you were playing the
Yeah. First of all, we're going to just name the town Hudson.
game. Yep.
You imagine that conference call? It's like, or that conference room where they're trying to name the things of this game. So, what do you want to name this town? The Hudson execs like, how about Hudson?
Might as well just name it Hudson.
Need a
Alright.
B in the game?
Yeah, let's just throw some bees in there, too. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Milon volunteers to fight the evil warlord and his demons and to rescue Queen Eliza and the musical instruments for the people of Hudson. This will not be an easy task. Milon only knows how to shoot bubbles in weird directions. It doesn't really say that.
So not only does he not, communicate with anybody, he just shoots bubbles out of his mouth.
Yep. This will not be an easy task. The secret castle has many different rooms, and each room is a maze filled with demons, secret passages, and doors. However, the castle's magician tells Milon that Queen Eliza has hidden many tools, instruments, and money to help him. The magician also gives Milon a magic bubble to assist him in finding the places where the helpful items are hidden and where they may be bought. All right.
Did castles have magicians?
Oh yeah. Merlin and
Just like the fetch me the magician. Mm-hmm. Okay.
well, that's really old castles. Maybe before they came up with like religion and stuff. Were there castles before religion? I don't know. Clergy, magicians. It's all. I don't know. It's all
Castles are kind of medieval things. I think it's
I
like
guess, I guess castles are after religion.
they got religion.
So what's up with the magicians then?
I guess you could have. Well, maybe this is like. What's the thing from Lord of the Rings called?
Gandalf,
No, the world that
Saruman?
they live in.
Salmon. What's the guy's name? You can tell I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Well,
The
I
listeners
can't
out there
think of the
gonna
name
kill
of the
me.
world that they live in for some reason. I'm having a huge brain fart.
Dumbledore.
And you're not helping.
Is it Dumbledore?
That's Harry Potter. So we're not doing well here.
Oh, well, yeah. I hope there's not a lot of Harry Potter fans and Lord of the Ring fans. What do we want to ruin next? Star Wars, Star Trek, I'm
Hey,
good.
speaking of
Game
movies,
of Thrones, whatever you want to ruin all these things people love.
this is Middle Earth. Middle Earth.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Middle Earth, right? Not the upper or lower Earth. It's the Middle Earth.
Right. Um, you seen the new Power Rangers yet?
No, but I watched the old movie one. It was on HBO the other day. That
Yeah.
movie. Have you seen it lately in the last 10,
No, I'm
15
almost
years?
afraid to see it.
Do you remember any of it? Anyways, it starts. Get this. If you, I don't know if you remember this. It starts. They jump out of an airplane. Parachute in. Tommy's riding like a airboard thing. It's like a snowboard, but it's like in the air. Just picture. Yeah, you get it. You get the gist. And then, and then immediately after skydiving out of a plane and then being congratulated by all the little children on the ground, they proceed to rollerblade.
Rollerblade. I
Yep,
remember the rollerblade scene.
Yep. Well, those two scenes happen back to back. Like,
Let's just get this right off the bat.
you got to make sure everybody knows these kids are cool.
Yeah, let's do the most quintessential '90s activities we can. Well, I guess parachuting is not necessarily '90s, but rollerblading is.
I'm pretty sure parachuting with a board strapped to your feet was definitely a 90s thing. I don't think people do that much anymore.
What's even more sad to me is I can see the 10-year-old me just going, "Whoa!" when he's doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
Tommy was cool.
When I finally watched that movie, I feel like I was a little older. Maybe even then, I don't think it clicked too well with me. But I remember Matthew being just like in love with it.
Well, I've told you this in the past, and the new movie looks pretty cool. But I'll tell you, the old Power Rangers you can watch all of them on Netflix, and like I watched the Ninja Turtles cartoon with my daughter Leah, and I still laugh at some of the stuff. It's still kind of funny,
Yeah.
But Power Rangers is not
Does
that
not
way,
hold
man.
up, huh?
Super lame.
Oh, that's sad. Even like the Green Ranger miniseries.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay.
I haven't watched that one in a while.
Yeah, we need to watch that one. And that one where like they give the Red Ranger the shield thing, the armor or whatever. No, that's a good episode. That's got to still hold up. And they keep running up that hill over and over.
What I think is hilarious about Power Rangers is they have these things, the putties, who are basically useless. I mean, like they don't do anything good, like except running around and going.
Now, I was about to say you do a pretty good putty impression. I hope the listeners understand. Oh boy.
Oh man. But yeah, the new movie looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks all right. I may see it when it comes out on streaming or something. But hey, another tangent, real quick. Is it out on streaming? Like you can buy it and watch it on iTunes.
Really?
Yeah, it's like $20, but they let you go ahead and you can go ahead and buy it and watch it on iTunes. I swear I saw it.
Maybe.
Like,
I think that's the future of movies
at the same time as they do in theaters now? Like,
I think
for
that's
a
the
really high
future.
price,
Like,
maybe?
I think we're going to move towards that.
Where when a movie comes out, it's just out everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could get behind that because I don't really like going to movie theaters all that much anymore.
I can't stand it.
I'd rather watch it in my house. Okay. Let's see what else I got in the manual here. Back to Milton. Milon's energy level. Milon's energy will be displayed on the left-hand side of the screen. His energy will deplete when hit or touched by demon characters. Thank you for explaining every NES game ever. Alright, that's pretty much it. Basically, I'll give you a rundown of this game. You walk into one of the doors, get completely lost until you realize that your bubbles can blow up brick walls and reveal other places you can go, which sometimes just lead you right back out to the beginning and you just don't know what you're doing. I can't
It's
tell what that
pre-order.
is. Oh, it's a pre-order. Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. But you
Power
can
Rangers.
download a Power Rangers communicator alert tone.
Oh. Now, if I could get that on my Apple Watch, I might do that.
Oh, that'd be pretty
Oh, it goes
sweet.
like doot 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 doot. That's what it does, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My cat's-
Okay. Well, so I guess let me just get into some of the things that I'm trying to find anything I love, but all the stuff I wrote down is things I didn't like at all. So I guess I'll
Well,
just
let me
go on.
do.
You got anything you liked about it?
Well, at first I thought it was going to be a pretty good, decent game. It's a platformer, and I thought, well, but I couldn't figure out what to do for the longest time. I eventually just had to look up. They do have some good walkthroughs on strategywiki.org, but without that, you cannot really play. I cannot imagine sitting down and playing this game without something like that.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I tried. See, it's been a couple weeks since we announced that we were doing this game, so I've had a lot of time to try to play it. Because normally we give ourselves about a week, but this time we've had more time because we had to keep rescheduling. So I started playing it without the manual. That lasted all of about 20 minutes
Mm-hmm.
until I said no. No, I didn't mean the manual. I mean strategy guide. I said forget that,
Mm-hmm.
and so I quit. Went back to playing my Nintendo Switch, some
Right.
Zelda. And then I came back to it and played it with the strategy guide. It was more fun with the strategy guide. I will give it that. But
Yeah, but parts of it really kind of annoyed me too, and that was the controls. I didn't think the controls were very good. The bubbles are just kind of haphazardly being shot out.
they go up at an angle,
Yeah.
or they go down at an angle. I couldn't figure out how to get them to shoot straight. I guess you can't.
And you have to be very specific about where you shoot them to get them to bust walls, or you can't just shoot them in the vicinity of the area. It has to be an exact shot.
Well, not only does it have to be an exact shot, but like in the case of a door, it has to be the exact shot in the exact spot.
Yeah.
Like even if it hits the door where it normally would, then,
Right.
It still doesn't count. Like you'd have to hit the top part or the bottom part, not. Or I mean, you can. I can't make it come out of my mouth. I'm trying to say that in the case of a lot of doors, you have to hit the top section of the door. If you hit the bottom section of the door, where the door is, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't appear.
Right.
Did that make sense that time?
It made sense that time.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, so and then you go into this guy's office or his little store,
Mm-hmm.
and he tells you to go find a saw. But here's the thing, you go through all this in that first level. And you can beat the levels, you can find the keys, you get the doors, but you cannot get to the bad guy unless you find the spring shoes. And the spring shoes are a secret in and of itself, right?
Everything's a secret. It's a secret.
So
castle.
everything's a secret. It's a secret castle. But you have to get to the shop to get the shoes. You have to move a block. It's a bust 2 blocks, move a block, and then shoot a bubble.
Yeah, it's really confusing. And the block that you move doesn't immediately move, so you wouldn't think that it actually moves if you just pushed on it.
Yeah. Right.
Like if you're just playing the game and you didn't read the strategy guide and know that you have to keep pushing on it for like half a second, and you just ran into it and it didn't move, then you just probably just move on, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? Just keep pushing on blocks everywhere? Apparently, yes. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even see how you would be successful in this game with just trial and error. Like that's just impossible, really.
Yeah, because the it's not like they're puzzles. It's just they're just things that don't make sense for the most part.
Mm-hmm. It's to give it to compare it to this, it's like the stuff that you would have to do to get like a whistle in Super Mario Brothers,
Mm-hmm.
you would have to do just to beat the game, just to know how to beat the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I'll agree that like in Super Mario 3, getting the whistle, that's a pretty oddball thing to think to do, in like in the 1st
Mhm.
level or whatever level it is. But in this game, those are the types of things that you have to do on a consistent basis throughout the entire game in order to beat
Yeah.
the game. So I don't know. The thing that threw me off the most at the beginning is just the fact that you can shoot the bubbles into the walls and break the walls. Like I didn't even think to do that for the longest time. I mean,
Mhm.
what is this, like some kind of weird rock paper scissors game? Like bubble breaks brick, brick
Bubble,
breaks paper.
yeah, bubble smashes brick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
I.
you know what else I hate?
Hmm?
I hate the fact that when you go through a door, it disappears behind you, so you can't go back through it.
Yeah, yeah. So there's no way out
Yeah,
until you find the other door.
right.
And
Which
then-
sometimes doesn't just spit you right back out of the beginning.
Yeah,
Or at least it did for me. If you go in the wrong door,
I think
you
that's all you do, right? It's just you beat the level by essentially finding a key to put in the door, and then once you get in through that door, just go back out on the level,
Yeah, I guess so.
and then you complete those tasks, and then finally you get to beat the bad guy, and then you go up to the next level of the castle, and that's it. You do the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. I guess that is essentially the game. Which, when you think of it, when you explain it the way you just explained it, the game makes total sense.
But it's not a linear progression, and there's no real story to how. To me, it's like it's confusing because there's no real like if you look at like even open world games like the new Zelda game. I can't speak from personal experience, but just from what I know and have seen, there's no linear path, right, to do what you want to do. You do pretty much anything you want to do, but there's still a story that you're following.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to really be any kind of story that, from what I can tell, that you're following.
Well, there's something to do, if that makes sense. Like, in most games, you kind of know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're supposed to be doing. Kind of, there's a path to go down. Even if it's open world, there's a path to go down.
Right.
You can pick a path and go down a path. This game, it's, I guess, try to get to the queen in the castle. That's the story, but is it go in this door and then you come out and then you go in another door and then you go in another door and then you're at the queen? No. It's go in this door, come out, maybe go in that door, maybe go in this door, maybe push a block here, maybe bust a wall there, maybe you get some shoes. Maybe you get...
It's choose your own adventure, but nothing really changes once you choose a certain way.
Right. It's like if you played that, what was that old game show? It's like, what's behind door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. But then every door you open, it's just a pair of spring shoes.
Mud.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So I really didn't understand this game at all. The Nintendo Power, I looked up, like, I had like a PDF of the Nintendo Power
Mm-hmm.
for this game. And I will say that the cover of the Nintendo Power that this game is in is pretty sweet. It's Ninja Turtles. I really like
Oh,
it.
it's Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, the cover of it's Ninja Turtles. But the hints and tips, or whatever, the Milon's Secret Castle section in the book where it gives you cheat code. I think it's in like the cheat section or the hints and tips.
It's in the cheats section.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But it's really just how to play the game. It's how to beat the game. But
Yeah. It's not.
it's a strategy guide, but it's in the cheat section. Which makes
Right.
sense for this game, actually. But
Yeah, because it's all cheats. It's all secrets. It's just a game of cheats.
it's just a full game of cheats, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would say that potentially the biggest culprit to this game being playable is the fact that you die and you just go back to the beginning. You don't continue, you don't nothing.
Unless
Unless what?
there is a secret.
Oh, another secret?
You can continue.
Oh, great.
But
didn't
when
know
you
that.
die, it's something about, I don't know if it's on the start screen or if it's right after you die, you have to hit start and the left arrow on the D-pad and you can continue.
Yeah, because that makes total sense.
Yeah, because that's something you're going to figure out.
Yeah.
Maybe while you're, like, maybe, I don't know, bending a controller over your knee, you accidentally hit start in the left arrow, and you. But then you're sitting there going, "What did I just hit? What did I just do?"
Am I supposed to try to break my controller every time to continue?
Yeah. Did it finally work? Did the Nintendo finally say, "Okay, you can just start here"?
Yeah. No, I did not know that. But as sometimes I say, oftentimes we'll be doing this show and you'll point something out, or one of the guests will point something out. And I'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know you can do that." Or like Rad Racer, I realized as we were doing the show and we were reading off cheats, I was like, "Oh, there's a stage select. I think I need to go back and play some more Rad Racer." Or in the Guardian Legend, there's that code at the end of the game lets you play shmup mode. I'm going to play some more Guardian Legend, and now I can just play nothing but shmup mode. Milon Secret Castle. Oh, I can continue. Or I could just not. And just not. Just not play this game anymore.
And Andy, this was maybe his favorite game ever.
I hope he just did this because he wanted to hear us talk about a bad game. It has been a while since we bashed a game, so maybe he's just doing us a favor and giving us a good game to bash.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
Um,
know. What about the controls? What do you think about the controls of this game?
they're okay. They don't really feel the shooting bubbles. No, nada. But like the moving the character and jumping and stuff, it's okay. It doesn't. It doesn't feel perfect in the sense that there's like no. I feel like there's no gravity to the character. Does that make sense? Like the physics feel off. Like I think when you stop hitting over, he just stops. And sometimes I can't figure out how to get him to jump the right way and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of almost the controls seem stiff, and I don't know. Oh, there's another thing that
It's kind of robotic, yeah. It's not like
didn't make it
it's not like Mario,
very fun to play.
where Mario has like a physics engine to it. Basically, it feels like where you know how Mario's going to behave. With this game, sometimes I wasn't 100% sure how Milton was going to behave.
Oh, Milton.
What about go ahead.
I was just gonna say I do like his nightcap or whatever he's wearing.
Mm.
At first, I thought it was a jester's cap, but I think it's just the one ball, so it's just like a nightcap.
Yeah. Well, that brings me into what I was actually going to ask you. What do you think about the graphics?
I don't know if it was because I, didn't like the game in general. I just didn't like the graphics. I mean, the levels were okay. The, Milon, there was nothing special there. The bosses were terrible. I don't know if you looked them up. I don't know how far you got in the game. But, I looked up the bosses, and the boss sprites are terrible, especially level 2. I don't even know what that is, big brown blob.
Yeah, I did not like the enemy designs. I really didn't like the way the levels looked. They all started I understand you're in a castle. It's going to be different variations of a castle, but that gets a little boring after a while for me. And I thought Milon was kind of silly looking. I didn't like his nightcap and his pajama pants or whatever it is he's wearing. I just really did not. I was not a big fan of the graphics. I guess I could say they're okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I got to give them at least an okay because of the time period they're in. Coming out, what was it, 86? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think I would probably give, like, level design or, the level graphics maybe at best a B minus. The boss sprites are an F. Complete F. And, yeah.
Yep. I agree.
So. It's like they made a couple of cool sprites for the boss. They're not really that cool. Like the first one looks like a kangaroo with wings.
Yep, it does. I think it's
And then
supposed to be a dragon, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and then they've got some kind of, bird. But then there's the piece of crap for level 2.
This game totally pulled a Carl.
It's like they just ran out of that stuff and just said, all right, here's just a brown blob. And if you're going to make a blob, why would you make it brown?
I don't
It's
know.
like the worst
And
brown. That's like the worst blob color.
and if you're going to run out of stuff, why are you going to run out on the second guy? You think maybe they just thought they could
It's like,
squeeze him in the middle somewhere and nobody would notice?
yeah, I think that was like, yeah, they had to make so many bosses, and then okay, where are we gonna put this guy? We don't have it anymore, and then they made that guy, and they just stuck him in the second level.
Oh boy.
So
So all right,
they,
the best part of the game though. The best part's the music, but it's
the
still
music
not
was
that great. You thought it was good?
not really.
It was okay. I mean, I've heard worse.
No, it was neither here nor there. I think I was so frustrated with the game,
Yeah,
I really
I
didn't
think
pay a
so
whole
too.
lot
I
of
think
attention
it
to it.
kind
To be
of
honest with you,
I think it kind of colored my opinion of the game or the music. The fact that the game was just. I don't even want to call it frustrating because there are games that are frustrating that I still like. Like Ninja Gaiden is frustrating to me, but I like it. This game, I would just say, was kind of annoying. I was just annoyed by this game.
it's another one of those that it's hard for hard's sake. Like I feel like they just made it hard just to make a hard game.
I will say, the game is designed well, I guess. I mean, it probably takes some technical know-how to put all these little secrets and stuff in there. It's not designed well from like a level and a gameplay standpoint, but it's designed well from like a way. If their intention was to make this completely obscure and hide things from you, then A plus. They did a good job, and I feel like that would be kind of tricky to do in a game, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Who am I to say? I've never made a game, so.
Yeah, but you can do a bunch. I'm gonna give you a little engineering saying here.
Uh-huh.
You can make a bunch of fancy calculations to build a bridge, but that bridge could fall.
Good. Is that really an
Write that
engineering
down.
saying?
Write that
Yeah,
down.
let me write that down.
Take
I got to tell my
that
boss.
back to the office tomorrow, okay?
Got to tell my boss about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll give you a doctor one. I'll give you a doctor one right back. You can look up all kinds of fancy schmancy Latin terms and slice a guy to bits, but he may still die.
All right.
Okay.
Touche.
So I think I know the answer to this without even looking up the price. But is it fun? Is it worth it?
The price is like $10. You can get a, and I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I would say, if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think I've had less fun. And I'm sorry, Andy, again, if this is like your favorite game, but I don't think I've had less fun playing one of the games for the show since we played Deadly Towers.
Yeah.
And that includes Anticipation, which I really hated too.
Oh.
I just threw that in there because I knew you love it.
Yeah. No, it really wasn't that. It was just bad. It's bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not much else to say, I don't think.
I think we really screwed the pooch when we used type of turd for Deadly Towers.
Yeah.
Because this one would have been a good turd, since there's actually a turd in the game.
This would have been a good turd.
Yeah.
But we've already used turd.
Yeah.
What type of, have we done type of vomit? Or
I don't know. I don't think we've done type of vomit.
Okay.
So, we could do type of vomit.
I don't want to do type of vomit. I will say, how about, that's just gross. That's too gross for us. We're above that, my friend.
Clearly.
No, I think, how about since I found this game so annoying, what about something that's just really annoying? Just describe it in something that's annoying.
The most annoying sound in the world? No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay. All right.
Only because everybody else in my house is asleep right now, and that would just be...
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to give it? The most annoying sound in the world?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give this game that moment when you're getting up in the middle of the night to go pee and you stub your toe and you're trying to be quiet so that you don't wake anybody else in the house up, but you just want to scream and you have to pee. That is what this game is to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Everybody
bad.
knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Or, oh, here's one. When you really got to pee and you're coming into the house and you got your hands full of groceries
Uh-huh.
and you really got to pee and then you get to the door and you realize your keys are in your pocket. To unlock the
To
door.
unlock the door to the house. Oh, yeah. That's a doozy.
Yeah.
Or how about, this is just going to be like times you have to go pee.
Anything was made worse if you have to pee.
Yeah. How about when you got to pee so bad, like say you're driving home from work or something, you got to pee so bad that you have to stop at like a gas station or something, and you just normally you just push through and make it all the way home, but this time you got to stop because it's just, I don't know, you've had like a gallon of water or something, and you go to the gas station, you go in, and there's somebody in there already, and they're pooping and it stinks.
Oh no!
And it's a single. And so
What about when
you know that not only do you have to wait till they're done to pee, but when they are done, it's not going to be fun.
Yeah. What about this one? What about when you actually have to pull a car?
Oh.
And you go into the public restroom, wherever you're at, the first place you can, and you walk into the stall, and it's like a crime scene. I mean, just somebody massacred a deuce.
Yeah.
Right, and that is just everywhere. It's just like, I can't do it.
You just can't. Yeah, at that point. Yeah. No, that's pretty bad too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all those things. That's what this game is.
Yeah. I don't know who does those poops, like, to be honest with you, because I don't think I've had stomach viruses and never have done that to a toilet.
I can't figure that out either. And the worst is, I think I talked about this on a previous episode actually. The worst is when it happens somewhere around people you know, like at work, when there's nothing but people there's no one around but people you already know, and so you're looking around all day like, which one of you just did this?
Who did this to the bathroom?
You know who you are.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had done, I've never done something like that I know of, but if I did, I would probably figure out a way to clean it up. Because
Run to Walmart really quick, get some cleaning supplies. They just see you going into the bathroom with a bag from Walmart. I'll be back.
It's got like Lysol and like a mask and some rubber gloves.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
All
That's
right.
good.
Hey, even though Andy probably loves Milton's Castle, I think he's also going to love this episode because it's got some good stuff in it.
Get some good poop talk.
It's good poop talk. All right, I got some retrofit trophies. You got any?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I did mine in a theme because it's a Milton theme.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought it was Milton's Secret Castle.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So my first one is called "The Ratio of People to Cake is Too Big," and that is find all the secrets in the castle.
I like that. Mine is you beat the first boss, and that is kill the Roo dude because it looks like a kangaroo.
Kill the Roo dude. All right. I've got one, and then this is before I realized that you could actually continue. Obviously, I did these before you dropped that knowledge bomb on me. But it's called "There Was Salt on the Glass, Big Grains of Salt," and that is die and realize there's no continue.
Oh man, I like it. My second one is Carl Smash, and that is kill the second boss. It looks like a big piece of poop.
Yeah, Carl Smash.
Yeah.
That one also goes out to Dude Vanderhoff.
Yeah.
My next one is called "Excuse Me, I believe you have my stapler," and that is defeat the first demon.
I don't have any more. So you run them out.
I've got two more.
Okay.
I've got one called "I enjoy listening at a reasonable volume from 9 to 11," and that is just try to listen to the music without playing the game.
Uh-huh.
Like, just let the guy sit there. Which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, you can't do that. Because the
game does not allow it.
It will not allow you to just stand there.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Milton would be impressed. And this one is take out the game and set it on fire.
I do want to bring one thing up that I didn't bring up in the gameplay that I was just reminded of.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when you get hit, there's no invincibility. You can get hit over and over and over again. So.
Yeah, so that makes it even more difficult. Like most games will give you a brief window to escape or something.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah. No, you just die. You just die.
Yep. You get the Milton would be impressed one though, right? Because you do realize that all of these are from Office Space, I guess.
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we get any feedback?
We got some Facebook feedback. Got a little bit of it.
Okay.
Andy Lewis said, not going to comment, which I'm a little disappointed. I kind of wish he would have, because I want to know what his opinion is. You know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
I said, Andy Lewis said, not going to comment.
Oh, you wish he would have commented.
I want to know if he actually thinks this is a good game.
Maybe he called in. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll see when we get the calls.
All right. Peter Guzman says, I couldn't find all the secrets, so I just gave up.
That's probably the best approach.
Yeah. Douglas DeLucky Jr. says, it's freaking hard. You need Nintendo Power to beat it, but I love it anyway. So Doug DeLucky likes it.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
And Chadwick Hall says, I love this game. And love is in all capital letters.
Come on, Chad. No, you don't. Really? You're just saying that.
Yeah, I don't know. Anthony Pigg says, no, just no. This is an abomination. It makes Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde look a lot better in comparison. Seriously, I don't know how this got released. If you didn't have the Nintendo Power, you are out of luck. Makes me want to refund my 3DS VC purchase of it. Got a little...
Them's fighting words.
Yep. Sean Muldowney says, I loved this game when I was little. I couldn't get it very far, but I love to play it. Apparently, it's not very good. Haha. Dan Baskiglia said, I ended like 11 seconds into the game as a kid as well. And I remember getting further as an adult and it not being particularly satisfying. Still way down with this episode. And then he said, he came back and said, just played it again for 6 minutes and it's really not as bad as I remember. It employs the random crap hidden in normal crap all over the place strategy of design. And it isn't the best at it, but it's a far cry from the mess I remember as a kid. Music's not terrible either. I like it, though, that he said, just play it again for 6 minutes.
Yeah. Just play it again for 6 minutes. That's all it took.
Guston Dewey says, rented this as a kid a couple times. I don't remember too much about it, honestly. My childhood memories get mixed up with the AVGN video, and I don't know if it was good or not.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty funny video. Angry Video Game Nerd.
He's always good.
He's funny.
You know. Mike King says, should have stayed a secret.
Nice. That may be comment of the show. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Greg Polander says, played it a few times as a kid. Recall it being very hard and very confusing, but a unique game with good graphics and music. Haven't played it in many years. We'll need to fire it up someday and see if it's as hard as I recall. And Chris Vanderhoff says, I remember renting this from Farmore. Is that the correct spelling? Remember that store? Nope. But it didn't have the manual, so I had no idea what was going on, what I was doing. You wouldn't have had much help with the manual, Chris. Just telling you. But I did enjoy this fun romp through the castle. Once I got a hold of the manual, things were a bit more clearer. Maybe there's a secret message in the manual.
I couldn't find it. Of course, I couldn't find anything in this game. So.
But I still had no idea what I was doing. It wasn't until I got the Nintendo Power with this game and in it that I knew what I was doing. There were so many hidden blocks in this game, I have no clue how anyone could beat it without a guide. This was the norm back in the day, but regardless of that, I still enjoyed the game. I would definitely recommend playing this regardless of this. All right. So some mixed reviews.
Yeah, I guess maybe we're just the only ones that didn't like it. There's a few people who didn't like it, but I feel like most people thought it was at least okay. Sounded
Yeah.
like.
Mm-hmm.
We got some tweeter activity. Paul Kluel quotes the Angry Video Game Nerd, which I cannot repeat on the show. But it's the renaming of the game that the Angry Video Game Nerd did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I sent. Yeah.
Everybody go look that up. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Not family friendly.
Right.
Loaded Cart Gaming at Loaded Cart says hated that game as a kid. ROFL. What does that mean?
Not family friendly.
Okay. All right.
Rolling on. No, it is rolling on the floor laughing. Yeah,
Rolling on the
that's
floor
right.
laughing. Okay.
It is family friendly. Sorry.
They're laughing at us having to play it, maybe?
Maybe.
Headcase Games at Headcase Games says frustrating, but ultimately and surprisingly quite fun. Well, in its day, I made it nearly to the end before it did me in. Good job.
Yeah.
Heath Berkheimer says impossible game without a guide. I had no clue what I was doing until the internet, and I was able to look up a guide. Fun game. And then Jeb says one of the hardest games I ever played. Very confusing. I think that's Jeb Bush.
Is it Jeb Bush? It sounds right if he's
exclamation
confused.
point.
Huh?
JEB exclamation point. That's how Jeb spells his name, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like I said. If he's confused, it probably is Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush. Now here's the thing. We're getting into the segment of the show where we have feedback on the voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
I have struggled to play voicemails.
Mm-hmm.
We have a ton of voicemails. And we now have a mixer to help us facilitate the levels and things like that. But I am not experienced at using the mixer yet, so this may just be let's see what happens.
Yeah.
If for some reason I don't notice that it's recording, or if it doesn't look like anything's coming out, then we may have to pause again until next episode. I hate to do that to people, and I don't want you to quit calling in. Don't quit calling in. Please keep calling in. These are good calls. I went ahead and listed a couple of them. I cheated.
Right. Yeah.
But with that being said, let me see if I can do this. Oh, well, while I load this up, let me we got some Facebook page comments. Jason Petrozzi, sorry if I mispronounced that, Jason. I don't know how I figured out half the game without the internet. I guess I had more patience back then. Great game, though. Tommy McKeenan says, Dude Andy with a special guarantee. Guaranteed to hate it. Nathan Robite says, all I know about this game is thanks to the Angry Video Game Nerd. And then Nick Mellon says, literally never heard of this. Not figuratively, literally. Literally. He has literally never heard of this. And although it's weird because he's commenting on the post where he's literally hearing about it. So I'm a little confused. Nick, I think you're from another country, so maybe I just don't understand your dialect or something. No. Just kidding, Nick. All right. So let's see what happens here. I guess I'm going to watch the levels. Justin, you tell me if you hear anything on your end.
Oh, yeah, it's Dude Andy with the guarantee. You know, that's right. Come on down.
No?
Barely hear.
Barely hear that one. Okay. Let's try
I can't make it out.
Okay, let's try it now. You hear it that time?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just working through this with you guys. We appreciate you hanging on.
That's right. You guys can hear it. Work in progress.
Okay, so Justin heard that. I heard
Yep.
that. But according to the levels on the computer here, nobody else did. So, great. Looks like there's still some work to be done. So we'll probably edit that out and move on with the end of the show.
That was fun. That was fun while it lasted.
Yep. I just went ahead and kept it planned since I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody else heard it. I gotta get this
We'll just
figured out.
take that out.
I'll get it figured out. I promise.
All right.
All right. So, oh crap! I got. We didn't give away the Guardian. I've got a copy of the Guardian Legend and a copy of Milon's to give away.
All right.
But do we have time? Are we running long?
We're in an hour.
We'll give. Okay, let's
It
go.
is late.
Let's give the Guardian Legend away,
Okay.
and then we'll not. We'll save Milon's for an episode that's not about Milon.
Yeah.
All right, let me do the little scrolly do here. The winner
And-
is. Oh, sorry, I just scrolled Milon. I guess we'll give away Milon then, because I just scrolled Milon. Nick. Nick Milon, if you are in another country, we'll.
We're sending it to you. Here
I
it
guess-
comes.
I guess we're sending it to you. Either that, or if it's still available on a virtual console, maybe we can buy you a copy. I don't know. Congratulations, though, Nick.
figure it out.
I guess just contact me. We'll figure it out. If you're
Yeah.
in Canada, I know we can get it to you. If you're across the pond, it may be a little more difficult. We'll find out.
Yeah. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. Anyways, Nick, congratulations. You got a copy of Milon. You literally have never heard of it, but yet you're getting a copy to play of some kind. So
Who better?
who better to win it than Nick?
Yeah. The guy who's literally never heard of it.
Yep. All right, so that's it. We'll give away Guardian Legend next time. I was supposed to have given it away on the Guardian Legend episode. We even talked about it, but then we didn't do it. Typical us.
You know us.
Okay, well, shout out to the Retro Junkies. You can go listen to tons of awesome shows like that, like ours. There's also some terrible shows on there, like Genesis Gems.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time there.
Yeah. And then big shout out to the Wee Dude for the music. Thank you. He's actually Wee Guy on YouTube. If you look him up, Wee Guy. Tons of awesome stereo mixed NES tunes. If you know the NES, it was a mono system, but he splits them out somehow. I don't know how he does it, but it sounds cool.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
Purist balk at it, but I think it sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then big shout out to the Fox Dude for the logo. And have I shouted out Bert? I think I'm supposed to shout out Bert at some point.
Yeah, she just shut him out.
Bert's
There's Bert.
Stormtrooper. Go Bert. All right. You want to tell them how they can find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, any kind of social media. You can go on our websites, nintendudes.com, nesdudes.com, and twodudesinanes.com. And you can always call us, and we'll at some point play these. We may have a whole episode of voicemails at some point.
We may have to do that if it keeps going like this.
Yeah.
775-773-8761, or that is 775-7retro1. And that's it.
All right.
Leave us some iTunes reviews. It's been a while. We could use at least one or two more, I think.
Yeah.
We made it over 100, though. That was really my main goal in life, was to get over 100. We're over 100, so I think we don't talk about it. Oh, Patreon. You could
Throw us some. Yeah.
throw some bones on
Thanks
Patreon. We don't talk about that enough either, I don't think.
Yeah. Thanks to all those that are out there supporting us.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Mixer, obviously. Once we figure out how to use it, our sound quality is going to increase. I promise.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to use it, though.
Yeah.
So thank you. If you want to donate to us, patreon.com / / one of the slashes, NES Dudes.
Depends on which way you're coming or going, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, no, I think you have to do a /.
Yeah.
Whether you're coming or going.
Whatever.
All right. That's enough. It's getting late. All right. Here's the music to the next game, I think. Bye.
Bye.